From the Virginia International Raceway, this is the Intercontinental Trophy Cup Series presented by Avitus Group. Hello, everyone. I'm Jeremy Scott. A beautiful weekend on tap as we take a look inside Lukas Johnson's car as he gets set for qualifying. We're going to start off with our qualifying pole interview, which features P1 pole sitter Rick Stavola and P2 pole sitter Lukas Johnson.
Rick, this is your second event with us, and right from the get-go, you just seem to be quick. Is it beginner's luck, or is it just, just talent?
Must be beginner's luck, because I don't have any talent, so Lukas has talent.
I disagree with that. Rick's got a ton of talent.
Well, let's go ahead and talk about this pole award for you. Obviously, it's great because you two are actually starting on the front row for ITC. So, Rick, what does it mean to you to start on the pole early on?
Oh, it's a big advantage, obviously, when you have a clean track ahead of you and you can follow your lines and race your race. It's a lot easier than working your way with other traffic. So it's a distinct advantage to qualify on the pole.
Lukas, this is your 100th P2 pole this season, it seems. You always seem to qualify up near the front, and you do very well at whatever track we go to. What is the secret to your success?
I think a little bit of it might be, the youthful ignorance, kind of in parts of the fast stuff where you just kind of go into it and hope for the best. And so far, it's worked out well for me. I've been fortunate enough to drive the car enough early in the season where I've been able to learn what it's capable of, and I feel really confident in the car, really confident in my equipment. Isringhausen guys do a great job of setting the car up for me, so that's been key.
This weekend, you see the return of Jeff Curtis and Scott Leader in the P2 class. What's it going to take to now realize that it's not just me, you, and Andrew, it's a couple other drivers?
Yeah, first of all, it's great to see him back. I mean, the more cars in the class, the better. The more competition we have makes it more fun. So I know Jeff has got a lot of speed here at VIR. He comes out here a lot, does a lot of instructing. Scott obviously has a lot of experience here as well. So I think it's just going to add to the overall competition for the P2 class, and looking forward to it.
All right, and Rick, I'm going to give you the last question. Who's going to make it in the turn one first?
I hope it's Lukas, because I'm going to be right on.
Rick Stavola and Lukas Johnson, your P1 and P2 pole sitters. Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
Nice job.
As now we take a look at our starting grid for race number one. Lukas Johnson and Rick Stavola will be alongside each other in row number one. And row number two will be the 56 Jeff Isringhausen Sr. and the 64 of local driver Jeff Curtis. As we look towards the rear of Lukas Johnson, there's a nice view of Stavola's beautiful number 22 Cuba Libre car. As we see the green flag come out, we look out the front of Isringhausen Jr.'s car as they head off towards turn number one. Stavola tries to get a run on the outside of Johnson, but Johnson shuts the door on him through the hairpin over through turn one. As now we take a look out the side of Baxter's car, and Curtis gets a little squirrely heading out of turn number two. Stavola around the new oak tree as we see some of the great racing action out of the side of our Intova cameras. Curtis with a little bump on Johnson. Beef Bale for the lead. You see Johnson still trying to keep up with Curtis. Wonderful view inside Ralph Mera's car as we see the action working great. So Rick Stavola was able to keep up with Johnson most of the race up until that exiting Oak Tree. So now we see Johnson and Stavola going nose to tail. Everybody's going around the inside of this American Iron Extreme Challenger. As we see Lukas Johnson coming across the start line. Here comes Senior. That's Isringhausen Senior trying to get around Stavola. Stavola just could not get around Lukas Johnson. The checker flag comes out for race number one. Here's your running order as Jeff Curtis takes home track advantage and wins over Lukas Johnson in P2. Rick Stavola wins over Jeff Isringhausen in P1. As we see the field roll off for race number two. Doubleheader weekend. Also, some of the cars ran Friday in the Ultimate Track Car Challenge. They fared quite well. Looking inside Andrew Baxter, look at the determination as we begin our starting lineup for race number 2. Lukas Johnson, Jeff Isringhausen Sr. taking Isringhausen front row, P2 and P1. Well, the cars are lined up for the start of race number 2. So we look out the front of Andrew Baxter. Baxter's really coming onto his own this season as the cars accelerate. Stavola with a nice start. He's going to go to the inside of Isringhausen, see if he can make something happen through turn number 1. No, he does not, as Johnson leads Isringhausen and Stavola. Top 5, all single file, and they'll make that the full field under single file. Isringhausen Sr. going to the inside of Stavola. As we see Scott Leader on the back of Jeff Curtis. Leader also having a great weekend here at VIR as defending P2 champ. Get a better look at that Cuba Libre number 22 as Isringhausen Sr. is battling with Stavola. Now, Stavola, Isringhausen, Baxter all single file through the back straight as they battle for position. As we see Rick Stavola heavy in battle. Lukas Johnson ran a race of his own there as we see Curtis trying to get around Isringhausen, doesn't make it quite happen. Great view inside Jeff Curtis in number 64 as he goes off course at 1. Now we see a little bit of a rough ride from Stavola, and Isringhausen Jr. does the same. Here comes Leader spinning around. That seemed to be the theme of the day here in race 2, but a lot of great racing. Here's Cameron McIntyre going around some slower traffic. Ralph Mara sliding off in turn at number 1. Seems like almost everybody having problems with 1. Stavola going for a spin coming out of NASCAR Bend. As Curtis and Isringhausen Sr. battling heading into Oak Tree. And Leader and Mara teammates having a little bit of battle on track. As Leader takes it back from Mara not too far before turn 3. Curtis having to pass Isringhausen. Isringhausen shuts the door on him. As we see a nice view of Johnson passing by. And the checker flag is out for the final time this weekend. Ralph Mara with a nice little shot. Here comes Lukas Johnson heading into turn 1. To complete the race and the weekend sweep overall and in P2, Andrew Baxter finishing second overall and in P2, with Jeff Isringhausen taking the win in P1, Junior finishing second, Stavola in third. As we see plenty of the awards given out, we want to thank OG Racing, Fab Speed, Forge Line for being wonderful supporters, as well as PFC Brakes, Hankook, and Avitus Group. So we see Diane Parker on the podium handing out the checks as this weekend's rep from Avitus Group. Great weekend had by all. Next race will be at the Mid-Ohio Sports Car Course with NASA Great Lakes. Hope to see you there. This presentation of the Intercontinental Trophy Cup Series has been brought to you by Avitus Group, a family of business solutions. Hankook Tires, driving emotion. Forge Line Forged Alloy Wheels, sponsor of the Forge Line Forge Ahead Award. Fab Speed, performance for the next millennium. PFC Brakes, no compromises. OG Racing, your source for motorsport safety equipment since 1990. All in-car shots filmed exclusively with Intova Sport HD cameras. Born in Hawaii, built for the world. For more, log on to trophycupracing.com. Follow us on Twitter at ITC Series or find us at a track near you. I'm Jeremy Scott, and thank you for watching the Intercontinental Trophy Cup Series presented by Avitus Group.